I swear this is my last taco. Nathan, you're missing this. This is the pulpo. Octopus!
Now that I didn't really like. The bulk of my world travels include food, so from exploring the staples of Peruvian cuisine to the spicy, rich, flavorful Indian food, and of course, Taiwan. Oh God, Taiwanese food is great. Don't we all just love it?
You have already 2 lands and you're still hungry. I mean, you need to fill this up, you know?
Mexican food seems to be the world's favorite, but what do we really know about it? I live in Mexico and have by far only experienced less than half of this country's dishes. Aguachile, bolillos, burrito, camote, chalupa, chapulines, charales, chicharrón, chilaquiles, chimichangas, choriqueso, chorizo, cochinita pibil. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God!
I'm never going to finish this list. Last month, I received an email from the Loreto Tourism Board. They were inviting me to visit Loreto and create content. I have to be honest with you, this was the first time in my life that I heard about Loreto. It is equally beautiful as the famous destinations like La Paz and Cabo San Lucas. There were beaches, arid deserts, modern cities, and lots of clams. Clams on the boat, clams on the brick oven, clams in restaurants. It was really a very clammy trip. Clams are Baja California Sur seafood candy. You will often hear locals say almejas de chocolatas. So almejas in Spanish word for clams. Take note. The first time I heard the word almejas de chocolatas, chocolates and sweets were the first word that came in my mind. It didn't make sense though. Chocolate and clams? How is that possible? Apparently, the result of this name is from the shell's brown color. They don't necessarily have chocolate color. I did have clams in all the places I've been to, but everything was prepared in different ways. Let's just highlight the 2 places I've been to. First is Doña Carmen's family recipe in Loreto. This restaurant is very Mexican and their menu is filled with lots of seafood options. However, I came here to see how Doña Carmen makes the clams from the brick oven. First, the clams are buried in a bed of stones. So butt up.
Yeah, point down.
Yeah.
Bury,
Yeah, and then nestle it into the ground.
like bury in the rocks.
Yeah, into the gravel.
Oh, this is nice.
Check your work.
Let me check you.
The point goes down.
What point?
So the ass up and this.
Ah, okay, I get it now.
Down more.
More. Then the oven is filled with an edible shrub from the deserts of Baja Sur called romerillo.
Se llama chamizo.
Okay.
Ahorita vamos a proceder a prender fuego para que se cocine.
Ah, es mucho, ¿no?
No. Parece.
After that, all I saw was fire. Well, we didn't shower the whole day anyway. Clams cook like popcorn, but some cook faster than the others. In Baja California, I've seen how they serve clams in restaurants within 5 minutes, but this one took longer.
Oh God, it's a lot of juice.
But when it came to our table, wow, 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 wow. We got the clams. They're here. Oh, they're hot. How do you open this thing? Ow! You open it manually. Oh!
Yeah, and I have like a 500. Oh, my computer.
This recipe is typically served with warm flour tortillas in a variety of salsas, but I had this by itself.
Now we have the tortilla here. Wait, how many clams do you need for this? A lot, right?
Like 3 or 4.
Okay. So we're gonna do 3. I can do with 1. I don't like tortilla. I'm not a tortilla fan, so I'm just gonna do 1. And then mustard sauce.
But did you smell the clam?
Yeah, it's so charry.
No.
It's a lot of char.
That's a good photo. I'm gonna come take that too. One of my ideas. Oh, you set that up?
Why?
It was really dry, as the usual clams I had were topped with butter and lime at the end. But the most distinguished taste I found here is the cherry flavor. Mostly because it was cooked with for a longer time and there were lots and lots of fire involved.
Well, the first thing you need to understand is that Trisha is really, really tiny, like super, super tiny. And to think that a person of that size can eat as much food as she can is absolutely astounding. She's the only person I've ever met that starts talking about her next meal while she's enjoying the current meal. She's constantly thinking about food and where she's going to get her next bite. It is absolutely amazing. She's a true lover of food and she's a lot of fun to hang out with.
So I went on this trip to Baja California with Hip Traveler. Hip Traveler is a platform where you can turn your stories to actually useful itineraries. So if you see my blog, I write about a lot of stories. Please do check out Hip Traveler. Hip Traveler helps me continue creating videos like this on YouTube, so I hope you can support them too. Then we proceed to the clams from the catamaran cruise, which I've actually seen alive. First, the dude separates clam meat from the shell. It was really admiring because there was an oven on the boat. It looked so simple and yet very functional. I've actually never seen a boat with an oven. Until I got distracted with ham. Yes, clams topped with ham. These guys topped it with ham, and after 5 minutes, I was drowning in ham clams. Where I am from, we have this version and we call it tahong, mussels. Nothing fancy, we just boil it in water. But growing up, I was told that eating too much of this is bad. So I consulted a few people on Instagram and asked, is too much clams bad? Research says too much of everything is bad, so that's a no. I felt like that it was okay to eat that amount of clams that I did. But anyway, if you do have any information about it, I would love to hear your thoughts on the comment box below. Let's take a little look on the Baja California Sur's history of food. Baja California Peninsula is a combination of arid deserts and aquamarine waters. The weather conditions and the type of land that they have made it difficult for them to produce food. There is a lot of history about how Baja California's food came about, but I'd like to focus on the coastal influences from Sonora and Sinaloa, the two states where Mexican coastal food originated. The 1930s was a good time for the economies of Sonora and Sinaloa. their agricultural businesses totally exploded. Dams were built to irrigate the lands, which attracted Spain, Germany, Japan, China, Italy, and the United States to explore the peninsula. This wave of immigration contributed to today's Baja California's culinary landscape. It was a total mix of cultures. The people of Sonora and Sinaloa discovered Santo Domingo Valley's potential for agriculture, so they went all the way north and brought their food traditions with them. Mexican coastal influences with European and Asian touches created what we now call the Southern Baja California cuisine. Is ceviche Peruvian or Mexican? Peru was my first real experience with ceviche, but when I came to Mexico, it seemed like a very staple. Also, I live in the Bahia Banderas in the state of Nayarit, and ceviche is everywhere. Personally, I feel like both ceviche versions are great. The difference between these two styles is the amount of time the fish is left to marinate in lime, in limon. Mexican ceviche recipe generally recommend a much longer marination time, while some Peruvian chefs leave the fish in lime juice for as little as a minute.
And mayonnaise on ceviche.
What?
What? That was my friend's Nathan voice. Apparently, this is the first time he's hearing Baja's tradition of putting mayonnaise on ceviche.
We're gonna try ceviche Baja style with mayo. Let's see. Oh my god, Ian's gonna kill me. Hi, Ian. You want a piece of this? Ah, yum, yum, yum. Hi, Ian.
Your lunch is ready.
Capitán, ¿verdad en Baja California se come ceviche con mayonesa?
Sí, con mayonesa.
Ok. ¿Por qué? Explícanos.
Tiene un sazón bien bueno. Sí.
¿En serio?
Sí, pruébelo.
Ok. Sí, ya sé, ya lo probé, pero lo probamos en otra marca de mayonesa.
This is not new to me, since one of my best friends in Nayarit is from Baja California, and he puts mayonnaise on his ceviche all the time. It doesn't matter if he's in Baja Sur or not. For most of you, this must be weird. Citrus flavors with mayonnaise? How odd could that be?
Alright guys, I'm going to give this a try. This is something I've never heard of before, but apparently it's very local. They're doing ceviche tostadas with mayonnaise. Never heard this before. And this local guy on our trip here as well. Not bad, I'm not gonna lie.
Rick, you like the mayo too, right?
Oh yeah, I can't wait to go. I can't be a hater, not bad.
Now it's ketchup
Now
time.
let's try it, yeah.
This gets interesting as Mexico is not the only country that puts mayonnaise in their ceviche. In Costa Rica, they even put ketchup. I've never seen this trend in Peru, by the way, but from living in Mexico, I found out how Mexicans are into sweets. True enough, when I tried it, I mean, it wasn't that bad. It really does put a sweet punch on the ceviche. I just don't think I'll do it a lot.
What we need to teach them about are sandwiches with chips on them.
That worked.
Now on to our favorite, the Baja style fish taco. Baja style fish taco has a lot of history, but it is believed to have originated from Ensenada. There is also evidence that it first came to the peninsula during the Japanese fishermen immigration in the 1950s and 60s, which I truly believe to be true because Baja style fish taco is very similar to the Japanese tempura. What's unique about the Baja style fish taco is that it is battered crispy. It's accompanied by chipotle sauce made by combining the chipotle peppers in adobo sauce, mayonnaise, lime juice, and garlic. You will never find this style in other coastal towns of Mexico. However, you can find this fish taco mostly all over the country. The peninsula of Baja California is rich in marine life and biodiversity. Their cold waters is also a sea creature's favorite.
Please jump!
Most people eat fish tacos without knowing what kind of fish was used, but let me tell you all the types of fish that I encountered on this trip. In Nayarit, dorado is the most common type of fish used in making Baja-style fish tacos. Loreto does the same. It appears to me that the fish they use depends on the area. So, for example, in Mulegé, jorel, which is the Atlantic horse mackerel, and California corvina are most common. Other types that I encountered include cabrilla, which is a comber, and bonito fish. Sadly, many fish tacos all over the country contain shark meat, which is obviously not very sustainable. It is illegal in Mexico. However, shark hunting is not regulated in this country. It's always best to know the type of fish before ordering your fish taco so that you know what to support and, just support something more sustainable. Now we're taking a break from the seafood. Get to meet machaca. This is the only non-seafood dish from Baja California Sur that I tried, although there are many. I just chose to stick with the seafood in this trip. It's also the dish I look forward to the most. People I talk to in Nayarit are always raving about machaca. Machaca's common meat is beef or pork. Ingredients vary depending on who's making it, but it usually consists of onions, peppers, tomatoes, and chilies. The meat is usually dried or rehydrated and rolled up like a burrito. Today, especially in the USA, machaca can be bought readily made in grocery stores and supermarkets.
I swear this is my last taco. Nathan, you're missing this. This is the pulpo. Octopus!
Now, if you are a fan of octopus, then this is for you. I do not like eating octopus. I think my only exception would be takoyaki from Japan. Even though I had no plans of having octopus on this trip, I ordered the octopus taco.
And he told me it's nice. This is the octopus. I've already tried this before and I don't like it.
No. This, sorry.
And you will not get a plain octopus from the grill because they serve them with a default sauce that you cannot order on the side. So it comes with it. This sauce usually is made from chile de árbol, chile mirasol, chile guajillo, chile cascabel, and tomatoes. Due to its saucy and thick texture, I didn't know if there was a need to put salsas, so I just tried it on its own. I also felt a little kick of the achiote paste, but the guy who explained to me how they prepared this sauce didn't mention anything about this most commonly used Mexican paste. I have never eaten a manta ray before, and I didn't think that this was a thing in Baja. I was really torn if I should try this, but in the end I did not, as I'm a very big supporter of manta rays. We only eat what we are allowed to eat, and so far the manta rays is on the list of endangered species.
Ah, qué bueno. Voy. Muchas gracias, muy amable.
I did not deeply investigate the sustainability of it all in Baja Sur, but what I know about eating manta ray is that they are bad. As a diver, I've been very fond of watching manta rays under the sea. They are really nice and calm creatures. So I never really imagined myself eating them. It just doesn't sound like the most appetizing sea creature for me. According to the manta ray world, the 2 species of manta ray are currently threatened, listed as vulnerable in the red list of the International Union for Conservation of Nature. This organization states that the main threat in fishing manta rays are incidentally and directed. Lastly, the marlin quesadilla.
Quesadilla de marlin. Ay, perdón.
Y esta es la de camarón. Esta se ve muy bonita.
Well, chatting with the taqueros in La Paz, I asked them what is their best-selling quesadilla, and they recommended marlin.
This is the quesadilla de marlin.
Marlin is very firm and has a steak-like texture. The exaggerated amount of cheese from the quesadilla made a perfect combo with it, honestly. But marlin has high levels of mercury, which can be very, very bad for our health. They are on top of the food chain, so they are loaded with toxins. I definitely enjoyed trying this for the experience and just to know how it really tastes like.
Asiático y anoréxico. Entonces sí caben 15.
Es lo que digo.
Ajá. ¿Qué es? Ah, vino. ¿Hay más comida?
Doble H.
There are many things to add in this What to Eat in Baja California Sur list, but I just don't want to include those I didn't personally try. I will be doing another trip with the Loreto Tourism Board early 2021, so I will keep the blog post updated. Overall, my adventure of eating in Baja California Sur has been a blast. I will definitely come back and explore more of its cuisine, and honestly, I'm looking forward to exploring the non-seafood dishes.
Hey guys, greetings here. It's Nathan from Foodie Flashbacker. I just spent 2, maybe 3 weeks eating with Trisha, and I was really impressed for her to be such a skinny girl. The girl loves food. She's pretty fearless. She'll try about anything. And also, I think me being the food writer, everyone on the trip assumed that I would be the one talking about food all the time. But actually, it was her saying, when's lunch? Where's lunch? What are we going to be having for lunch? So definitely check out all of her food content. She's a good foodie to follow.